Good afternoon. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Okay, good. So, the first thing we're going to do before we get started is to do a mood check. And remember what the mood check is. It's basically to see what emotions you went through and the mood that you are in between last time and now. So, the mood, we're going to rate it, and it's between 0 and 10, and 0 being the best you can ever feel, and 10 being the worst. So if you could tell me, what has your mood been like? How would you rate it?
About a 5, 5.5. I say straight down the middle.
About 5, 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at our agenda. Remember what the agenda is, to see what the next step in the meeting. And first it's going to be an update as to what has been going on. Then we're going to do we're going to review the homework. Then out of that will come, you'll tell me what sort of concerns you have. Then we will look at you might have more than one concern, so we're going to prioritize or put the one that is most important to you, and we'll work with that. If we have any time left over, we'll go ahead and look at another concern. But for right now, we're just going to prioritize. Then we're going to look at, the next thing we're going to look at is our distortions. And this is a new word that we are putting into the whole therapy session. And as we get further into the session, I'll explain that to you. Then we will give you additional homework, and we'll do a summary, and then we will do a feedback. Do you have any questions?
No, not right now.
Okay, good. So give me an update as to what has gone on since the last time we met.
I still have the overwhelming feeling.
Okay.
I still get anxious, the anxiety, and then still shut down and still sad about doing all of that.
Okay. So you're still experiencing some anxiety, overwhelming feelings, some sadness.
And then
okay.
I shut down.
Okay, and then you shut down. Okay, all right. So, what would you say what caused you to have those anxious or feelings or overwhelming? What caused you to have those?
Just not being able to complete the time-sensitive task.
Okay.
And that's when I get overwhelmed.
Okay. So, did you have a chance to do the homework that I gave you?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay. How did that work for you?
Well, it worked. I was able to see when I got that feeling. And that's why I was anxious to come back and let you know I completed the homework, and I realized, okay, the time-sensitive completion dates are due, like, say, 2-3 days from now. I might get an email today from my supervisor asking me where the spreadsheet is, or she needs this and she needs that. I get that overwhelming feeling. I get anxious. My heart starts beating real fast. I'm on the verge of tears, and then that's when I shut down.
Okay.
And I've noticed I'm fine with knowing that the date is on this day, but as soon as I get that email from my supervisor a few days ahead of time, I notice that by writing it down, it's the emails that I get prior to the completion date.
Okay.
The hurry up and and I need it now when the date is on this day.
Okay.
So
what you're saying, that what triggers those overwhelming feeling or your periods of anxiety is when you get an email for an assignment that is not due until a few days down the road.
correct.
And that is what triggers your overwhelming feeling. Okay. So how were you able to pinpoint those overwhelming feelings? What did you do to let you know that those were the things that caused you to feel anxious?
Like I said, when my heart starts beating fast and just when I'm feeling anxious on the verge of tears, and I mean when I have that shutdown feeling,
So you said you were able to write down when you were experiencing that, and what led to those feelings. You said that your supervisor sent you an email prior to when the homework is due, the spreadsheet is due, and that was there anything else that triggered those feelings other than your supervisor sending you those emails?
That's the only thing that I've noticed is that.
Okay. So we look at the homework and we saw that it was able to help you to pinpoint what were the triggers to those emotional reactions. Now, you told me a few things, concerns or emotions that you were having: anxiety, being overwhelmed, experiencing periods of sadness. As I said in the first part of the session, we will not be able to get through all of them. So we're going to do what is called prioritize. Put the emotion that you feel that is most important to you. We're going to put that, swing that to the top, and see and work on that one. If we have any time left over, we'll go back to the others. And then, we'll still to prioritize the rest that we have. So which one would you like for us to work with today?
I feel like the overwhelming feeling, it kind of piggybacks off of everything else. Once I feel overwhelmed, all the other feelings the feelings and emotions come into play once I feel overwhelmed.
Okay. So the overwhelming feeling is your priority. Okay. So remember we said in the agenda, when we were doing the agenda, we talked about distortions. Now, you said that when you get an email from your supervisor, it makes you feel overwhelmed. And, you shut down and you next to tears and all of that. So, tell me, what do you think is do you have any feeling that something is going to happen? Okay, explain that to me.
I feel like if I don't produce it when she asks for it before the due date, I could lose my job.
Okay. Has there been an instance or any instances where you felt threatened that you were going to lose your job by something your supervisor said, or did she ever say that if you don't do this, then you're going to lose your job?
No, she always talks about progressive discipline. That's her main thing that she talks about, and I guess that scares me.
Okay. So you said that your feeling is that if you do not get the spreadsheet done on time, then you're going to lose your job. So that has not happened. How long have you been doing this job?
I've been doing this job close to 5 years.
Close to 5 years. So, have you experienced, you're still here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, your feeling of, if I do not get the job done, then I'm going to be fired. But it has not happened.
Correct.
Okay. So, we're going to look at the word. Remember when I talked about distortion? We have those core beliefs that this is going to be the end result, but most times it's not. So, the distortion that you have is we're looking at like a catastrophe. It's not that you're going to be, say, she's going to write you up, but you put it all the way to the next level. That the worst that it could be, a catastrophe. So you're catastrophizing the whole situation. So that is the distortion. So now, if you had a friend that you were talking to, and your friend told you that she was having that same situation, what would you tell her?
I would tell her, you have a due date, and if your supervisor emails you, you already know what the email is. Don't look at it until you get the task completed, and then you'll be like, I gotta complete it.
Okay.
I mean, just to make her feel better, because just sometimes supervisors can be intimidating and demanding.
Okay. So, what if I were to lay those same words at your feet? I am your friend, and I am telling you, if I were, your friend, and I would tell you that, how would you feel?
I would feel a little bit better that you're empathizing, you're trying to understand my ailment at that time, and that I'm making a mountain out of a molehill.
I don't know. It's not a matter of making a mountain out of a molehill. It's that you actually have concerns. But what we're going to look at is how the distorted feelings let us feel,
And I don't like that feeling.
Right. So what we need to do is I'm going to go ahead and give you some homework again to get done. And this one is different. Remember, the first homework we got, it talked about the cognitive behavioral therapy, which talks about the emotions, the feelings, the feelings feed into the emotions. No, I'm sorry. What we talked about is that we feel this way because of our thought is telling us something, and we feel this way, this sort of emotion, and then the result. So we are going to look at another type of homework, but this one is different. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. This is where you will be doing deep breathing. Okay, so you're going to close your eyes, be as quiet as you can, and then you're going to take some deep breaths. As deep as you can. Gradually, slowly let it go. Going to do another one. Slowly let it out through your mouth. Let's do another one. Okay, you can open your eyes. Now, doing those deep breaths, did you feel anything?
Yeah, I feel a little relaxed.
Okay. So I'm going to do a quick mood check on you to see. When you came in, you said that your mood was maybe about 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
Now, having done those deep breathing exercise, where is your mood now on a scale of 0 to 10? Where is your mood now?
About 3.
Maybe about a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you realize that deep breathing can help you to release some of that tension that you feel. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to summarize all that we did. I did a little summary, but I want to still do another little summary again to see what we have done and where we need to go from here. Okay? So when you came in, you did your initial mood check, and you were between 5 and 5.5. Now your mood is at a 3. We had some things that we listed for the homework, and we went over the homework. And we also talked about distorted thoughts, and here we are at the second mood check, and I gave you homework. Now, I need for you to give me a feedback as to how you felt the session has gone for you. Let me know if just give me a true feedback as to how you felt the session went for you.
I feel like both sessions, the first one and the second one, have been have benefited me because with the first homework that you gave me, I was able, not really just thinking that email could shut me down.
Okay.
And I pretty much seen that my triggers to time-sensitive material, getting that feeling, I was able to pinpoint what that trigger was. And being able to talk it out with you, and you not gathering an opinion about me, it seems like you're really trying to help me. And with your help, I just think that when we both work together, that it'll be beneficial to me, because like I told you in the first session and this session, it rolls over to my home life, and I just want everything, the overall picture, to be better.
Okay. So what do you think about the new homework that I have given you?
I think that it'll help because I will be able to just pause, try to inhale, exhale, and take deep breaths and think about the situation and just know it's not as big as I'm portraying it to be.
I don't want you to minimize how you feel. Don't minimize it, but just do the exercises, the deep breathing exercises, because it's a big concern for you.
It is.
But don't minimize it, because I think that you really, really have a concern. It's a matter of doing your deep breathing and putting things together and see how things work out for you. Okay.
All right.
So do you have any questions for me?
Can I ball you up and put you in my pocket and then bring you out whenever I need you?
Not today.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay, and thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.